Hey, welcome. We're here to really talk about step one. And you saw the introductory video about the fact that Jeaneth has to face the unpleasant experience of does she retire from competition this year? And really, it's been building for the last year. So, the question for any of you, so that we can give you the plan for how to attack this, if you're a weekend warrior or a elite athlete, a world class athlete, professional athlete, how do you start? How do you address this? And that's where we're at the beginning. But Jeaneth, you experienced in the last year, you've been dealing with quite a few injuries and just things you're dealing with, correct?
Ya, hola, buenos días. Sí, estamos explicando el tema de que decidí retirarme de las competiciones, pero continúo con mi estilo de vida deportivo entrenando diariamente. Se tenía que hacer un stop. Yo me inicio en el tema de la musculación a los 23 años, cuando ya era profesora de educación física, había practicado natación en la universidad, haciendo maratones, largas distancias en mi country. Y bueno, luego de 5 años de madurez muscular, de volumen, inicio las competiciones como figure, mi country. Tengo muchos campeonatos en esa categoría. Posteriormente, luego de 8 años, yo paso a la categoría Classic Bodybuilding, que en United States Women Physique, ¿no? Es ahí con esa determinación que me hago 2 veces campeona sudamericana. Y en el 2014 inicio a viajar a United States, ¿no? Esas, digamos, corto brevemente diciendo todo el camino que he tenido en las competiciones. Entonces, vamos a la conversación. Yo hago un alto porque hay que hacer un checking, ¿no? ¿Qué está pasando interiormente conmigo? Los órganos, los huesos, los ligamentos. Entonces, stop for appointment médico, por citas médicas.
Yeah. Yeah, and what Jeanette said, for those of you who want me to interpret, I can't go back over everything because I don't speak good enough Spanish to interpret exactly. But basically, she's saying for the last, almost her whole life, she has spent her time in sport, has her 4-year degree in sport, competed in all sorts of different things from, running marathons, was a national caliber. She was the best swimmer on her university team, the college team. And when she got into bodybuilding, she started out in bikini and figure, and then progressed on to bodybuilding or women's physique up here, and she competed like crazy. I mean, it was that was her whole life. And then in the last few years, she started dealing with injuries. So again, the question is how do you start to address this? And so it's in two steps. One is the medical fitness assessment, which, some of you as weekend warriors or jocks or even elite athletes, you think you know your body well enough. In fact, Jeanette has said to me, oh, it's just sciatica, but sciatica needs to be diagnosed. And anything she's going through, Jeanette, you got your shoulder, you got your neck, your back, your hips. We just did an MRI with your hips and also an arthrogram, which wasn't too much fun. But yeah, it has to do with totally assessing medically and fitness wise where you're at this point in your life. And you can't address that without having the medical checkup, full blood work, working with your chiropractor, get x-rays, if you need MRIs, whatever to diagnose. But you have to know what is your starting point at this point in your life. So, Jeanette, I'll let you talk a little bit about what you...
Ya, creo que soy una deportista, una atleta afortunada. Siempre he hecho un stop, fuera de temporada, desintoxicar mi cuerpo, darle cierto relax a lo que es el estrés deportivo, órganos internos básicos como el liver, que trabajan 5 o 6 veces más que una persona regular. Siempre he escuchado a los médicos y ahora chequeo interno, pulmones, hígado, corazón, mamas, también la cadera. Gracias a Dios que en lo que es la cadera y lo demás todo está ok. Me siento un atleta afortunado que puedo continuar con mi estilo de vida, ¿no? Ahora, bueno, tengo dolor en el shoulder, lo cual está en tratamiento. A esta edad el dolor es que viene, se va y continúas con otro, pero bueno, es estilo de vida. Ahora estoy haciendo mis entrenamientos según la capacidad física, cuidando la lesión que tengo, pero a diario me empujo, creo tener la misma fuerza o un 70% de la fuerza que tenía hace 5 años atrás, ¿no? Eh, Eso es siempre escuchar al médico. Ahora en lo que está esto, ¿cuáles son las metas? Las metas básicas ahora es continuar, es ser como siempre, la persona que motiva, la persona que puede ayudar y darle soporte a quienes más lo necesitan, ¿no? Es un estilo de vida, definitivamente, que
Yeah, so basically, again, what Jeanette was saying is she's gone through the medical assessments, and that's where we're at right now. Plus, she's trying to detox her system from the heavy nutritional assessments and performance enhancing drugs that that all bodybuilders do. So now it's a different point in her life, and she's training at a lower percentage of intensity, and now it's just on to assessing life goals. And that's part two is how do you assess your life and set new goals at this point in your life? And the questions that Jeanette is asking, and I had to ask when I retired twice, once in my 20s from Olympic lifting, and after another knee operation, I had my second knee operation, and it's really, really difficult. And then at age 40, I competed in different sports and actually learned my top sport, or the sport I was most built for, which was volleyball. I didn't learn that until my 30s, and so I was training and competing really at a very high level up until age 40 when I needed an artificial knee. And so it's a hard decision, but the questions you have to ask is, how big is that void from competition and training? How do you replace or fill that void? What makes you happy at this point in your life? Because what makes you happy now, like especially for Jeanette, for 20 years, what made her happy, and or her major thing when she got up in the morning, was the next competition and how to train for maximum muscle growth and low percent body fat. So now, what are the new goals and challenges you take on? What new hobbies and sports? What makes you happy at this point?
ya, lo que a mí me hace feliz es mantener este estilo de vida. Ahora, la meta que tengo este verano es hacer una presentación de mi físico al natural sin el uso de drogas deportivas. Y también eso que sirva para motivar a muchos atletas que hasta ahora no se deciden a retirarse. Y yo les aconsejo hacer un stop, hacer un check-in médico. Y esta es una fuente de motivación para las personas que entrenan para la salud, que es posible tener un excelente, un bonito físico, una buena presentación, con dietas, con un buen régimen de suplementación y definitivamente con consistencia en los entrenamientos todos los días. Y bueno, también utilizar mis hobbies en otros deportes como es la natación. Me encanta viajar, entonces vamos a dar oportunidad para poder viajar con mi esposo. Quizá algunos amigos, nos encantan las caminatas y también me fascina conversar de este tema con las personas interesadas, con las personas que quieren lograr algún objetivo a través del deporte, que es la base de la salud física y mental.
Okay, so basically, Jeanette was just saying that she's done two things. Number one, she's switching over to all natural training, and just how to do that, how to change over, and also how to enjoy life, friends, family, things like that. So that's what we're going through, assessing and figuring things out. But yeah, it's interesting when people see her in the gym now and she's all natural. They're like, oh my God, and she looks different. Obviously, is not as muscular and cut up. That's the thing you notice about a world-class bodybuilder, and when they're off training, they're like, oh my God, they look like two different people. So all those things Jeanette is dealing with, but the focus now is to help others like you. If you're watching this video, doesn't matter what level you're at, whether you're at the professional sports level or a weekend warrior or just somebody trying to feel better and look better after 40. We really want to help you, and we're here for you if you need help understanding your injuries, if you've been in for assessments and now you want to know what to do with those diagnoses and how to train around your injuries or whatever it is. We're here for you, and we can help you design exciting and enjoyable workouts, or deal with some of the other things you're dealing with in your life as far as new goal setting. So call or text us 407-907-4339.
All right, thank you so much.